Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd down, Johnson. Finding room inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno. Mike's 54. Go. Go. What? Go.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Murray's throw on target to Christian Kirk. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
On 2nd down now, it's Lindsay. And he powers his way up past the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Let's go. Not gonna happen today. Let's go. 10-2 stop. Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mike's 43. Put it to check cover. Let's go, Heavy. Put it to check cover. What you got, Heavy? Give me something. Give me something. Here we go. Here we go. Go. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Watch twist. Watch pickup.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Murray nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Man, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Hey, defense, let's go. Check. Lucky. Tight dog. Slam. Cut up.
Murray with a 3rd and long. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. The sack there by Bradley Chubb. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off.
Let's get off the field. Say. Shift. Begin.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down.
They really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
57 to Mike. I got you, boy.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run from the pistol here with Freeman. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. They find some open field here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Phillip Lindsey, 29 yards, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Now, you don't see option pitches a whole lot in the NFL, but there worked out pretty well, resulted in a touchdown.
And it's hard for defenses because they don't see it very often, so the time in preparing each week is probably minimal. So when it comes at them, it's often a surprise. And what a nice job on the read, pitch to the running back, and he takes it all the way in for a touchdown.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Watch the screen.
Murray now on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Andy Isabella, 58 yards. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
64, hey, Jet.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 41-yard line.
18 Gator, 6'6", pull it high.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsey. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 41. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
Bravo! Hey! Motion!
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And the nimble footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Here's Freeman, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the 8-yard line.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal.
It's going to be a long day.
Here's a give to Lindsey running right. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. From 8 yards out, as his guys are back within a single score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Joseph now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
To throw it is Locke. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
Five. Yes. You remember me. Let's go, baby.
Back to the air on second down. It's Locke.
Come on.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant. And that'll make it third down. So now third and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
They still playing soccer. Y'all go. Football. Hey, we're going 37's to Mike. Mike 37. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
From the gun on third down, Locke. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They're going with Lindsey. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
At the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
That's going to be a long day. Jim. Check three.
Now Murray throwing on second down. He's going to float this one. They've got his man complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Cardinals push further out in front. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They'll run here with Lindsey. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
On 2nd and 12, Murray. He's going to rifle one deep left, and he fires one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Andy Isabella was the intended target.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Ready up. Right over there. Yeah. Hey, Charlie. Right there. Hey, pick your game up. Showing it. 5.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
12 yards on the play. Leads to 3rd down and 1.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Lock to throw on 2nd down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, Haywood! Look at me, zipper!
Watch the run, watch the run!
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Escaping the pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chandler Jones in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Here's Bird to return. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Not today, you are. Not today. Check 52.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and now it's 3rd down. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the 4th.
Switch. You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray dancing to his left. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now Murray. And able to find Kirk complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Andy Isabella. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. Here the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Come on.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
At the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Ready?
A give running right, Lindsey. And this play a lot like the previous one. Thanks to that stout Cardinal defense, back-to-back they've been tackled behind the line. So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Here's Locke. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Throwing now is Locke. He completes this to Sutton. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run the counter. Foreman. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. 49, check 49, check 49.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd.
43 is the mic. Blue Dan. Check nickel. Check the backer.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And he finds Daniels. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We got to get to the ball, D. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Shoot up. He's crashing. He's checking crashing.
They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Hey, let's get that ball, D.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On the set.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Right there. All day, baby.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, orbit.
57.
Now.
57. He runs, he runs, he runs.
Now Locke. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Here's Locke to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Grant. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Denver has the 1st down. The play going for 15 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Alpha. 15 line. 15 line.
52 is the mic right here.
Locke now on 1st down. Steps away. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Phillip Lindsay there. And it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Locke again here on 2nd and 10. Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Cortland Sutton there to make the... Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Joseph now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, get excited, let's go, let's go.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And with that, our journey